you intelligence shaming?
What, with Addy? Is that a question?
Isn't there someone missing in the player notes document?
Eddie hasn't.
Eddie's character.
Yeah, Eddie hasn't written in Tyrol yet.
Probably hasn't written it yet. Oh no, wasn't he one of the first?
He was actually the first one to send me his backstory.
What race is he?
He's a human.
Human.
Okay, we're pretty diverse.
Are we? That's what
Yeah,
we're
we are.
putting it.
Oh yeah, I guess we have a turtle, we have a bird. We're like a
Bird.
fucking walking zoo.
Some blue man.
Why didn't we just pick like a circus as the way like we're connected? We just have like Bao making bird noises.
Racist.
I'm very surprised actually. Val hasn't made a character of those ones that can only mimic sounds they hear.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Is it because I'm quack?
And then we just stick him with
because you're
Kai.
a big old troll.
Yeah. I think we should introduce the rule that Bao is not allowed to play anything but a bard.
And I'm sure I'll manage to fuck this up somehow, so don't worry.
You're a monk, aren't you?
Yeah.
He's a monkey.
So you're
No,
monks,
a bird.
sorcerer,
Fine.
Max Laserhawk.
That should have been my name, really, shouldn't it?
We can never call you Max. It's gonna be Laser.
I mean, we definitely have a theme going, like very much animal-based things here.
Yeah.
I had a
Maybe
pretty
one of you.
strong theme in my backstory.
Like, didn't you just say you made well, you've literally got Ezreal as
No.
your
No, I mean the character only looks like Ezreal, and only like the combat isn't like Ezreal.
and he only talks like Ezreal. It's like,
It would have been fine to name your character like Kesriel or something. It's like insanely close.
that belongs in a museum.
Okay, you read that thing, or you wrote that thing with like something about he likes maps. What's that about?
Yeah.
Is that a
How do you turn the vibrator off?
Someone's drilling,
doesn't-
sorry.
Ezreal doesn't like maps,
okay?
so
It's not that he doesn't
My
like.
character.
Or, it's more that he has a quote, right? That like, who needs a
he's-
map? Like,
yeah, he says like, who needs a map?
Who
Yeah.
needs a
Because he's so
I'm gonna say like, we need a map.
Yeah, someone's drilling in the background, so I moved into my
Yeah,
new place.
we'll
so
call it that.
everyone's doing their shit.
Oh
Yeah.
great! When you do your little girl accent, they'll shoot herself.
No, but the girl is dead.
Oh god, Paddy's gonna have a new accent.
Fuck.
What will Paddy's accent be?
Yeah.
Really hoping for Indian. Really hoping.
It's a throat clearer, so it's got to be good.
Right. So you all stand waiting for a ceremony that's about to happen. You all observed what happened at the tower just the night before. And right about now you would hear some bells, and you would see corpses and pieces of cloth being brought in separately on shields onto what has been erected, a very large pile of wood. You're all standing in a group, except for Tyrol, which is currently experimenting with some of the wizards on what they might be able to do when they get to the Northern Shield.
I find these human customs strange.
Maybe you all want to introduce yourself.
Hold on, I can't see anything. Is it supposed to be black?
Move around.
Oh, okay, there we go. There's a little map there.
Oh, so we're on the exact place that we.
You
And
are about one night's sleep after the dragon attack.
And we are like, oh, hold on, maybe I'm confused now. We're not in the army place, right? Same
Yes,
place.
you are.
You are, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, we like the camp out with the day after the ceremony for people,
Hmm.
the people who stupidly fought a dragon. I'm gonna do a little prayer to Terra.
Their corpses should be returned to the earth.
Do we know exactly what happened?
Only what you could see. You saw the dragon and got ready for a fight just like everybody else, and you heard about this other group that went up to deal with the dragon, and none of them made it out.
BRB.
But we do not know like anything about these characters that didn't go in.
No.
Wait, so are we introducing ourselves or not?
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay, you basically already heard about mine. He looks like Ezreal. He's kind of a good guy, kind and friendly to other people. For his weapon, he uses like a magical bow. And he's really handsome, but he's not gay.
I just had to put that in there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, no homo guys.
Wait, do you think all handsome people are gay? Is that the assumption?
No, that's what I'm trying to say. That it's not like that,
Okay.
right? Sometimes handsome people get like labeled gay.
Oh, okay. Are you trying to say he's a bit feminine looking?
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. Very well trimmed.
Yeah.
Does he have does he have nail painting?
No, dude.
Okay.
No. Holy shit.
Just checking. Just you know who I'm dealing with
What does British people say? A bit of a poofter?
here. Oh.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, we say that. That's what I'm about.
Yeah.
yeah.
A bumder.
Bumder, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, or a bumbada. That's another one we say. Bumbada.
Almost
Okay.
sounds good.
We got a not gay looking guy.
Hmm?
I'm a big turtle. Big turtle. Pretty
Also not gay.
Also, maybe gay. I don't know. Yeah, I'm a big old turtle. I have this big braid, like one braid. Really into Destiny. I'm a big fan of Destiny. What else? I have a staff that I treasure quite a lot. It's like this sort of gnarled old oak sort of staff. There's like a sapling at the top. And it took me a while to come into society. I'm looking for things. Real into Terra.
Yeah, I guess I can introduce my character. You know that I'm a changeling. You've seen me assume other forms at times during our short time together. I do mainly stay in a sort of human form mostly. You know that my main way of sort of in combat is magic, but you haven't actually seen me. I don't have. Would we have had any fight or anything together? Would we have seen each other's abilities by this point?
Yeah,
I think we do.
minor
Okay.
fights.
Yeah. Okay. So you know that my character is someone who sort of stays at the back with magic. In a party, mostly staying quiet, sort of bit in the back, disappearing randomly at times, showing up again. So yeah, pretty much your impression of me.
Is changeling like a pale person?
I mean,
I'm
in my
looking at
regular
your-
form, or the form you've seen me in most, basically.
The
It's
form.
just, yeah, it's just like a normal human.
Oh, okay.
So brown eyes, green eyes, brown hair,
Okay, got it.
Is he gay?
a little. Sometimes I change into a game.
So I'm a bird. I don't really seem to want to be here, but I'm here anyway. Apparently I've got a family back home that I want to get back to.
Apparently.
Well, that's what you know. Every time you've spoken with me, I've seemed to be very truthful and even revealed embarrassing or somewhat unreasonable facts about myself.
Can I insight check Bal right now?
Sure.
I'm not gonna do that. Go ahead.
I don't really like cities that much. Prefer to be out in nature. And not really a fan of religious types.
I was just about to say, I think we'd get on because I like nature, but then you said religious types. So, never mind.
Swings and roundabouts.
Smeg?
Sorry, I haven't actually really done something. I haven't actually chosen what spells. Anyway, yeah. I'm blue. Okay, next. Right. Thin of very. I can't think of the right word. Like, basically a twig is what I'm trying to say. Lanky, tall, thin.
Slender.
Slender.
Maybe.
Yeah. Lots of has an excessive amount of optics around like sets of glasses. Someone maybe even like a jeweler would wear. Or some kind of jewel crafter. Has a staff but doesn't really use it to walk anywhere. It's sort of just like as a
Ornamental.
yeah. It's very insular most of the time. Doesn't show emotions, but is happy in the company of friends, which who knows who are at this point. Is researching a way to leave or get back to his world. He's willing to share.
Is by the way, is that sort of already set that we all are helping you in this research?
I don't know. I mean, that's what we said last time. I mean, that's basically how it's going to be anyway, even if it's not how we're together. It's how I do it. Last thing is that he's abnormally attached to this. A bright red gem. You probably would have seen him use it repeatedly by now.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty desperate to get home, as Bal, as he said.
Okay. About this time, you see the crowd separating as the fallen's bodies are carried to the crowd. They are laid onto the fire, or onto the pile of wood. And Paolo steps up, which you would all know. He speaks out to the crowd. This group of adventurers has sacrificed their lives so that we may continue onwards north. I hope you will all honor them and remember how they fought for the elements. And as he walks away, Griselda comes up, lights the fire, and everybody's mostly just quiet. After about 10 minutes, people start. Some people start to scatter a little bit. You see people have been taking this day to gather their strength to continue the march.
I'm not sure why their bodies were returned to the sky instead of to the earth.
It must be some sort of ritual they have here.
Probably appeasing their fire god.
Well, this is where Ares is, so probably appeasing to Ares.
Ares, Ignis, different names.
Does anyone know who these were or had any interaction with them?
Not me.
Actually, what was it? Paddy, your character might have noticed them around the command since you would have spent a good deal of your time there.
Yeah.
But you don't know any details other than what you might have talked with Matteo about.
Yeah. So for what I gathered, there seemed to be a pretty lively bunch. Although
this like-
also very stupid from what I hear.
Should not disrespect the dead.
Well, they should have run it headfirst into a dragon.
Right, they killed it.
They gave their lives.
I wish they told us about the dragon. We could have gone and helped him.
We
Yeah.
should not have done anything.
That's not why we're here.
A beaten path is a boring path.
Jesus.
Oh, have you got Ezreal quotes?
Yeah, I was about to say, have you just got this shit written down like?
Is this like early morning then?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just over sunrise at this point, and you know that the army will be moving out in about an hour.
I better make preparations. We'll have to go soon. And where is this like burial thing? Is it like in the middle of a field?
Yeah, it's just north of the tower where the battle took place. So just about where the party marker is.
Yeah, look at that. Okay.
I'll follow.
I'm gonna be like, I'm ready whenever everyone else is. So I'm gonna head out into the sort of just into a clearing. I'm gonna go talk to some plants.
as you do.
So I'll go like into a clearing and I'll use speak with plants, like, and I'll be telling them to look over the fallen heroes.
Okay.
want to find one of the guards that was accompanying them.
Okay.
Is the tower in complete ruin?
It was already kind of not in the best shape because of the time that has passed, and the explosion basically tore half of it off the side of it.
I wanna say to the party, once it's a ruin, I can legally loot it and go and loot it.
Okay.
So bad. So bad.
Oh, in fact, sorry. To go back, what with speak with plants? Can I find one that's sort of overlooking where the fight was?
Yeah, you'll find a few bushes.
Because I can ask the plants what the events were in the spells area. I just want to find out. Let them inform me about what was going on, how they died, and stuff like that.
Okay.
Have I found a guard, by the way?
Yeah, walking up to you know where the command is, then you find some of the guards that would have escorted them.
I go up to one of them and sort of not one. If I can find someone that's a bit isolated, not like with the whole group. Or are they all sitting in a group right now?
They are standing. They are basically the guards, the crown guard or whatever you want to call them. They're the elite guards that are usually around the command.
Okay, so I go up to one of them, whoever's closest, basically.
Yeah.
And ask them, so what exactly happened? Why were they? Why did they have to fight the dragon?
They were all I think I'm able to say is that they weren't supposed to fight it, from what we've heard, other than this one old crazy man was supposed to go up there alone.
Poor old man.
Did anyone survive? I would like to offer my condolences.
This is only with Patty's character.
Never mind.
I see. Well, thank you. That's indeed a very strange occurrence. And I give him 50 silver for his troubles.
Okay.
5 gold.
What?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Pockets the gold.
Ash, I wanted to ask, does our party have like a goal or a mission that we're about to do as we come into the
You know that your party will be part of the first people to enter the seal itself. From what you've heard last time the Seal of Ignis was opened, a large pyramid-like structure rose from the ground, and some groups entered it to perform a ritual which opened the seal.
So we're supposed to enter it?
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
As you Arlo, as you speak with these plants overseeing the tower, basically We didn't see much, but that that explosion, that I haven't heard anything like that in all my life. But all I can say is that I saw, I heard the earth rumble, and it seems like someone left the tower afterwards. I could feel it in the ground.
Interesting. What kind of a sound was it? Sure.
Don't think you can speak to plants.
Oh shit. Sorry. Realize.
I just thank them. Give them a bit of love with druidcraft and head out the way. Just make things bloom and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Jerk them off.
I mean, if you could jerk off a plant, this is probably how you do it.
Ranty bastard.
Head back to where everyone is and just inform them. One of them lived.
Matteo didn't suggest that.
Yes, well, the Earth knows better.
How do you know this?
I just do.
Okay. At this point, the army starts to move out. You hear the horns blowing and the drums start to call for march. You know.
Do we know exactly? Sorry. Do you know exactly what the plan is from Smeg's point of view? Like what the next step in his research is that we need help with?
We could always ask him.
We could, yeah.
Which way? No. Actually, I haven't actually thought about what. Based on what I kind of think, I don't think we've uncovered anything in particular that stood out in any way since our time being here, that would have advanced it anyway. The only truly we found, or the only reason I'm here at all, is the expedition seems to be the only organisation that's actually doing anything worthwhile and like traveling to areas that may have more information. And here we've run into these natives that seem to have ritualistic powers. So basically I'm just wanting to find where they are. Maybe they would have libraries, they'd have knowledge, they'd have something we could use.
Did you see I expanded the backstory a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You basically, if you, there's not any of them revealed on this map, I don't think. But on the eastern map, you basically discovered what you believe to be a gateway.
Oh, the gate. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. No, I didn't read that. Yeah, sorry, I didn't read that.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, so basically shift that a little bit, but guessing that from what we saw of the gateway is something like what the Black Ice have used in the past, or if not, then the cultists we heard of from the. Would we have heard of the cultists? Probably not.
Yeah, you would probably.
what they had going in the some of the watchtowers. So it's our only lead. We try and find the key.
How would we know this isn't the world we came from? This could be the same world, we're just in different places.
The trees have a different accent.
Oh, I'm pretty sure this is a different world.
I accept that the trees are different. I do not know anything about talking trees.
Just need to listen to them.
I've been around trees my entire life. I've never seen a talking tree.
I'll show you one day.
Maybe our plan should be to look for something like a gateway like that. The one that we saw, but the one that's actually active. Just an idea.
Either way, seems sticking with the expedition and finding these ice folk. Will be our first point of on the agenda.
Ash, who's our point of reference in the army? Is it still Mateo?
Smeg's character would have talked with Paolo quite a bit, since both of them are interested in research, and Paolo is basically leading the army more as to explore the land, more so than the real army side of it. He's a front figure that actually doesn't know how to lead the army. So you would have connections to Matteo and Paolo.
Perhaps we should speak to one of your friends from the upper army.
Yes, maybe things have changed since the whole dragon incident.
There's more to this.
Do we know where all these black ice, from what I understand, are automatons? Do we know where they come from?
You know that they've been around from all the time you have been in Mythodea. But you have heard that they only arrived as the seal of Ignis was broken. And it has yet to be revealed how they've scattered around the place. But people have talked about how they came out in an incredible force when the seal was opened.
Okay.
Should we go talk to Paulo and Matteo?
Mm-hmm.
Ash.
Hmm?
I think I've just clicked something together. But you know my secret?
Yes?
Do I think that is related to them coming out in incredible force?
It's up to you.
I think it is. Okay. Let's go find Matteo or someone.
Okay. You head over to the command and let in without problem. Well, let in. The command is on the move as well. But you find Matteo and
I sort of make eye contact with him and bow slightly.
he nods. So, are you enjoying being on the road?
Well, I mean, we were in hearing distance of a dragon killing a few of our members. I wouldn't say enjoying.
Well, all in all, it turned out better than originally hoped for, I would say.
What is it you hoped for?
Well, I should say expected. When we saw a dragon of that size, we expected a lot more casualties than the 7 people we lost.
But surely a dragon of that size must have been spotted by various scouts you have around the lands.
Actually, that same group did seem to run into the dragon previously, from what I could understand.
Why is it you return their bodies to the sky? Most peoples I've seen bury their dead.
It is, as you would know, the strongest element currently released is Ignis, and as to gain her favor, we burn our fallen.
Fire is not a good way to go.
I mean, they're dead. What does it matter?
I shall think on this.
But it did seem like they actually had a plan from talking. Apparently one of them, very strange blue fellow, managed to talk the dragon into maybe even helping the army. But I don't know what happened. Apparently those diplomatic conversations didn't go as planned.
How much do we know about this dragon? How do we know it doesn't have other dragon
Buddies.
Yeah,
we-
who will come looking for their fallen friend and notice a corpse?
Unfortunately, we have no information on that. We know that it came from the mountain up to the northeast, and he points over his shoulders.
I shall keep my eyes in that direction.
Yes, I would very much suggest we have some scouts, some warning.
Sounds
Next
like
time
an
may not be so
interesting
lucky.
place. Has it been explored fully?
I do not think that would be wise.
We're about to have another fucking TKO.
Well,
Not anything more than what the very same party discovered in there, which was apparently a kobold colony and a city underground.
oh,
That sounds most displeasant.
That sounds really interesting.
As soon as the seal has been opened, I will try and see if we can explore more of the cave, since that hasn't been a focus point so far. But it seems like there is more to the what happens below ground than originally expected.
I would ask to stay above ground.
I mean, perhaps they did it as a favor in that sense. Kobolds are known to be extremely stupid and disorganized. They only gain any sort of threat if they actually have a leader. In this case, maybe the dragon.
One can hope.
so they. Sorry. A city. A city underground.
Apparently, a small city underground. Yes.
And we're
I
just
think we should go there.
And we're just leaving it. Sounds
Unlikely to have been fully explored yet, maybe. Knowledge.
I would like to remind the party that we are here to find a way out of this world.
But,
Not to go
maybe the city holds some clues for our cause of getting out of here.
Yeah, maybe, and maybe it doesn't, and maybe it's just a big waste of our time, isn't it?
But we can never know, right?
Young Shade, sometimes to go forward, you must look backwards.
Nice.
I only trust what I know, not what I may find.
Come on,
Right now-
Shahid.
Jeez, why do you have to pronounce my name like?
I feel like that's somewhere we're going to end back up at some point.
Right now, I trust our researcher here, Urazet.
This may
Urazet,
require-
do you think there's some work for us to be done for our cause? Hello?
It's Meg.
Oh, sorry.
You're Urazet, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Do you think there's
Try
some
Bob-
work
try
for
Bob
us to be
next
done?
time.
Where should we go to like find some clues for our cause to get back home?
I do not think we have much choice at the moment. We seem to be escorted by this group of men.
I mean, we always have a choice.
Try and tell that to these men.
There must have been a reason. The city, they found the city but didn't destroy it. Not safe. Probably not safe. Stick with the expedition. Better, probably.
If you say so.
Arlo looks a bit disgruntled, but he accepts it.
Yeah, I look a bit disappointed as well.
Relieved.
I look up at Matteo. Matteo, you are, some would say, a leader leading this expedition. What would you think? Is there any point in further pursuing this city? Or is it just a waste of our time?
I mean, everything in this land is ancient beyond belief. And gathering more information of the people that were before could prove useful. But at the moment it seems like the main priority for the vast majority of the army will be to settle the land so that we can continue to support the influx of newcomers.
You mean people are still arriving here?
Day by day. From my sources, over 100 new people are arriving to this world every day.
This is most alarming. These people taken from their lives.
Matteo,
Surely we need more grain than weapons for that, don't we?
Yes, and that is one of the reasons why we are currently moving here. Hopefully we will be able to fend off whatever lies beneath the seal and start to settle this part of this new world as well.
my question, Matteo, is if we know that unleashing the sail is going to bring danger to the people, why are we opening it?
The reason, as we have been told by the elements and some of the more religiously bound have been shown, is that in our other worlds, the energy of the elements that was used to create not only this but any other world was starting to fade because of their very long slumber.
Can I insight check him?
Sure,
See if he seems truthful.
go ahead.
14.
You have no idea.
Okay. Okay.
He seems extremely hard to read.
Yeah, spy master. Cousins. Okay.
But I don't know, I haven't seen it with my own eyes, but that is apparently the visions that the people that have managed to reach a more direct connection with elements, including Paolo, have seen that if the elements are not released, our old homes will eventually wither to nothing. Crops will stop to grow, water will stop to flow.
So far, we have Ignis released, from what I hear.
Yes.
Are we focusing our efforts on releasing, or aiming in on some other divine element at this point?
I think we'd already know that.
Aries, right?
Yes. Aries
Okay.
Aries would be under this northern seal. As
How many days march are we from Aries?
about 6 days. I gather from what our mages have managed to decipher of the night sky. That is what we can expect the continent size to be.
Now, we are a group of rather diverse talents, I'd say. Would our efforts be best used in perhaps aiding in that release, if you say it is as essential as it sounds? Or should we focus on some other element?
I was informed that you would be one of the 4 groups to go into whatever happens at the seal.
Oh. So we'll be going underground.
Ooh.
What do we know so far about this seal place?
When we released Ignis, a large pyramid-like structure rose from the ground, and we managed to seemingly activate the pyramid by finding a chamber with a circle, much like a already prepared ritual circle, and some of our strongest wizards managed to conjure up different kinds of fire, and that seemed to activate it.
Why did you choose to release the element of fire? That seems most unwise. Surely the other elements are far more palatable.
To be honest, it was mostly a point of geographics. We happened to land onto the east coast of this land, and that is where the seeds of Ignis were.
I had a similar thought. You mentioned the constant pressure of new people arriving and the importance of grain. Surely a god of perhaps the earth or water would be more beneficial than fire or wind.
Apparently, for reproduction's sake, wind is extremely important to carry over pollen.
Ah, of course.
Trade stuffing, Dobby.
But how many days travel off are we from this seal?
As I said, about 6 to 8 days. I can't know for certain as we haven't actually explored this area, but we expect to find it central to the continent.
Do you have anything for us to do in the meantime?
No.
I feel remaining with the safety of the caravan would be a better idea, regardless.
Unexplored lands, dangerous.
I mean, if you feel restless, then you can feel free to use some of the horses we have from our cavalry to go and scout out the south, but that's I would advise just save your strength for now.
I agree.
Now, if previous fights or anything to go on, I assume we're gonna meet the odd Black Ice member here and there, perhaps even an army.
We know so far that there is a larger force of Black Ice to the south.
Have we gathered any more intel on what these are? Any weaknesses? Anything that's more effective than before?
They seem to be resistant to most cold attacks. And if frost magic seems to have a lesser effect on them. It also seems like that any direct contact with their skin seems to freeze the very blood flowing in your veins.
That sounds unpleasant.
It does indeed.
Also, getting into near combat with them seems to be ill-advised, as they are stronger than any human I've met.
But nothing of their source is known, where they're coming from, being produced, manufactured, whatever this process seems to be.
Some of our scholars have managed to decipher some of the texts found in some of the major cities, and it seems like they were created by our ancestors.
Perhaps that's something we should make a priority, as I see their pursuit of us being quite relentless. They seem to be at every stage we are.
We have yet to actually capture one alive, which has proven extremely difficult because of their raw strength.
I see.
As even just chaining them with with iron shackles has proven to be futile.
As I mentioned, we are a party of quite diverse and extreme talents. Perhaps we could attempt this previously impossible task.
That would be very appreciated. I would very much like to study this enemy closer.
Can't promise, but we'll keep you informed.
And from what we know, whatever evil is hidden beneath the seals, we know that it is somehow opposite to whatever the element guarding that evil is. So for Ignis, when we released Ignis, the Black Eyes appeared.
Why do you call them evil?
a good question. I guess they call us the self call us the same. But it seems like they are very intent on eradicating any form of chaos, which inherently mean removing any form of free will.
Well, I mean, if you see it from their point of view, we are, I suppose, invading their world. As much as we can call them evil, I wouldn't say they're perhaps even in the wrong.
I mean, you do have a point. It doesn't mean I'm expecting anyone here to bow their head and be ready to be slaughtered.
No, don't get me wrong. While I do understand the other side, I will always fight on the side that will make me survive.
Going back, is there anything you propose what might be opposed to Ares as the ice was to Ignis?
The ground would seem to be the most obvious option.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But we know that Terra is already the element of the earth, so obviously the ground itself cannot be opposite of air in this case.
How do you know that these gods even get along?
It's Paolo managed to, and some of the more religious type managed to talk with the elements upon the very first landing. And
I've been speaking to Terra for some time.
oh, have you learned anything?
Yes.
Seems like it is very hard to reach any element that hasn't been yet broken free.
Their words are muted. Takes some time, but you can talk.
I have yet to see any of these elements with my own eyes.
Well, I know the avatar seems to be near wherever the avatar of Ignis seems to be near wherever Paolo goes. Either in her human or humanoid form or in her more celestial form. Whatever is needed for the task.
I do not claim to understand these magic. How do we know that this being is not simply a thrall of this Paolo?
I mean, truth is that we don't, right? I just don't see Paolo trying to kill us, but the Black Eyes very much seem to be keen on that. That's all I know.
That's been my observation as well.
Alright, well, if there's nothing else for us to do and there's 6-7 days travel, then I suppose we just follow the caravan and prepare however we can.
I believe we're heading out in about an hour.
At this point, you would be moving.
Oh, fuck.
You're basically been walking besides him.
Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna trot along then, just sort of look out for what kind of animals seem to be around, birds and stuff like that.
Okay.
Just keep an eye out. Just want to take note of what I see.
Yeah, you don't notice a lot of animal activity outside of the birds. You don't know if that is because of the element you're moving closer to, or because of the army making so much noise that most other animals will have fled before you were able to see it.
Okay.
But no, go ahead.
I was going to say, can we sort of like, does Paolo, not Paolo, Matteo eventually sort of like leave us and catch up with someone?
He's basically riding along the column, and just once in a while, if you stick around, there'll be runners coming up to him, and he will talk with them, and they'll run off again. And
Okay.
yeah,
Are you going to say, Paddy?
I just wanted to ask Ash that I sort of break away from the group a bit, and I tap my earring and ask for Mateo's attention.
is this something Paddy shouldn't hear?
I mean, it's up to you guys. I guess I should.
It's up to you, really.
I think it's up to you.
I guess, yeah.
I kind
mean,
of actually think it's more fun to have people be in the dark, so that's
yeah. So I tap my earring and just ask for his attention and ask him. So on this little quest you have, what's going on? Is there anything you want me to look out for? Perhaps bring back? That would be out of the regular scope of our little group.
any information you find within the structure we expect that to appear would be extremely valuable, as it seems like it has a very close connection to the enemy faction.
I did, by the way, try to downplay the cave. However, I do feel that it has an importance. Where there's a dragon, there's most likely some sort of dragonling, some sort of smaller version. If you could tame it, perhaps it could be a very powerful ally in the war to come.
If there is indeed more dragons, then that would be very, very beneficial. And the cave and the city on itself would be very interesting to know what is hidden.
Indeed. While I do enjoy my time with my current group, I don't trust them to, well, let's say, bitter the relationship at a young age. Dragon. If we can get them while they're young, I'd say may very well swing the favor of the war in our direction.
I agree.
All right, I'll let you know when I know.
So, moving us back.
Yeah.
Like a flaw?
Hi. No, nobody had bot commands otherwise. You'd be listening to disco music at the moment.
Okay, well, when Mateo is distracted at some point, I'm gonna pull up Samuel and be like, doubtful, Samuel.
I have doubts about many things.
Someone that only speaks the truth. You don't believe many people.
These men all seem to be godly men. Godly men have hidden intentions.
I think I share some of your thoughts. see what our comrades think of it.
Combat. By the way, Ash, whenever I can, I would like to sort of. Is there any water nearby that we can see?
I've moved the path marker as long as it would get during the day, but very shortly after the army start moving out, you would be moving across a river, fairly small river.
Alright. Yeah, I just my character would sort of go to the river and I just want to walk towards the river. Other people can do things while I walk, I suppose. If anyone wants to do something, of course.
Do you tell anyone you do it? Or do you just do it?
No, you do see me sort of break away and sort of walk away. I've already broken away from the party, so.
Yeah, fuck them then. I'm happy to just walk on until camp time. Let's do anything.
Okay. You break off and you get to the riverbank while the army is crossing at the seemingly lowest point.
I just sort of kneel down and take some water and splash in my face, and I sort of take my hand on the water, just say a little prayer to Aqua. Is that what God's called?
Yes.
Yeah. And just sort of comment on the fact to myself that you've been very quiet as of late.
Do I see this?
No. You would.
Okay.
Do a religion check.
Nice. +0.
You would notice slightly quickened pace in the stream while you're just shortly after you're touching it, and you'd notice that the stream is flowing north.
Okay, I just whisper to it. I'll release you one day, I promise. And then I get up and start heading back to the party.
Okay. So throughout the day, nothing much happens. You, at some point, a runner comes up to Uraset with a small box, which is basically your daily rations, as long as you're walking with the army.
Okay.
Other than that,
Check on.
yeah, other than that, it seems to be fairly uneventful.
Have we stopped at this point?
You don't stop until late afternoon. Unless you don't want to do anything, then you'll jump to there, and then you will have moved to where you see the party marker is now.
Is this where we're making camp?
Yeah.
I don't like being with all these people. I'm gonna look around. Is there like any sort of like tree outcropping just sort of like outside of where everyone is?
Just in the far distance, towards the west, you can see what is a forest starting.
Like, looks much more comfortable.
I'll follow him.
I want to follow him as well. I'm like, hey, where are you going, Turtle Man?
Just follow, just walk off a bit. I'm not like ignoring it. I'm just like kind of like look back to it and I just sort of like motion it to be like, "Well, follow."
Yeah, I'll follow.
I prefer nature. So I'm gonna start trotting off to the trees.
Okay.
So who's in it? You two.
I basically just got bored of the army people.
Are you just like the dog from Up?
Uh, I gotta check that. Maybe.
Excited about mundane thing.
Oh, a rock, guys, a rock.
Yeah, that's pretty much me.
And is Shade and Urazet with us as well at the time?
It's a nickname.
I keep forgetting the names. I need to keep the
Just call me
document
yeah,
open.
It would be helpful if Smeg and Paddy, if you can put your name to actually be your character's name, just makes it easier to get.
Oh, at the beginning, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
The only name I remember is Shade.
If you
Shade.
two there, I'm gonna shout
Shade.
back and just say, just shout back and say, "Would you like to join us?"
To me or to the rest of us, or
Both of us, yeah. It's going to be with nature.
Come on, Shade. Let's go.
sure, if you stop butchering my name.
Okay. I'll get it next time.
I would like to take off and just fly towards the top of the tree.
Okay.
You're gonna shit on someone coming by.
I just trot over slowly. I'm 345. I'd take my goddamn time.
I catch up with Arlo.
When I get to the tree, I'd like to inspect it and see if there's anything edible.
Hey, Arlo. What kind of tree is this?
It's a bit far away. I'm not so interested in that one.
Samuel will survival check.
I have a.
Nature?
Sure.
I'll tell you what, Max.
Actually, my survival's higher, but fuck it.
Mr. Mesa Hawk.
I'm so slow. It's
You
amazing.
just stay with me.
I just asked you what kind of tree is it?
Suppose it's probably.
You notice that the leaf seems to be nutrient when it comes to what leaves normally are. But other than that, nothing grows on the tree.
Oh.
So would you say it's inedible or not?
The leaves are edible, but you wouldn't get much from it, just like a normal tree.
I'd like to pick some and then make my way down to the bottom of the tree.
I want to try to taste the bark.
Are we there yet? I don't think we're yet there yet. We're still walking, because you're walking with a fucking 345-year-old turtle. He takes his goddamn time.
Yeah, we have apparently 7 days. It's fine.
Yeah.
I haven't even finished my question yet. It's a big tree.
Oh, okay.
Tell us when we get there.
I say that as I'm biting into the bark.
Arlo, tell me this.
Well, I guessing you're there.
So I ask Arlo, out of everyone in the group, you seem to be the most keen to get back to your world. What exactly do you have waiting for you there?
Oh. Brings up character backstory just to get names right. Well, you see, I have an island I need to protect. long line of guardians. I'm the 637th guardian of Esme. Currently, she's unguarded.
What are you protecting her from?
Well, I remember when I was 102. Some dwarven king tried to claim Esme. It didn't last very long. And as to do that, I'm gonna put my like. Are we in sort of like a bit of a clearing within the trees? I suppose.
Mm-mm.
Ah,
Yeah, you would. You're between the trees. It's not. It's not a particularly thick grown forest.
okay, I'm gonna find a bit of a clearing, and I'm gonna put my staff in the ground. I'm gonna whisper something to it, and it's gonna turn into a big fucking
Okay. So,
A big
specific,
fucking what? Sorry.
Yeah,
specifically a 60-foot tall tree.
Ooh.
I look very worried. How did you do that?
And I'm gonna sit in this tree in my favorite spot.
I was not selling us short when I said we were a group of extreme talents.
I'd like to fly up to the top of the tree and just inspect it.
I want to inspect it as well.
make an Arcana check, both of you.
Why is it showing two numbers, Meg?
It's if you have advantage.
Yeah.
So
Or
you always take the
disadvantage.
first one. Or disadvantage, yeah. So you always take the first one unless it's advantage disadvantage.
Okay.
So it's basically 17, right, for a bow?
Yeah.
Or 12.
It's always the first one if you don't have
Yeah, okay.
have either.
Do it like that as well, I guess.
Samuel, you will notice that it doesn't seem to be a tree in the usual sense. It's clear that it isn't a normally grown tree, but it still seems to be a living organism.
Any edible fruits, these?
Leaves might be edible, but you can't be sure.
At the bottom, I'm gonna cast Goodberry as well.
What does it do?
Basically a
Bunch of
ration.
berries, yeah.
Just makes it
It's
tasty
the
food.
OP spell, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I love druids.
You never need rations if you have good berries. That's the thing. And it gives you like a point of health or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I do this like every day, so this isn't like weird. The Goodberry thing.
I just fly back down and bring out my cook's utensils and just start making a tea out of the leaves I gathered from the other tree.
And I'll pass out a Goodberry each to everyone.
Are you using a kettle?
Hey, thanks.
Andy's not here, we can't make kettle joke.
Ah, damn.
I pretend to eat mine as would have been doing until now.
And then I'm just gonna, once I've ate it, I'm just gonna like close my eyes and start meditating until bedtime.
I want to check if there is any kind of hint of black ice around us.
Okay.
I believe I have advantage on tracking.
Okay, if you're trying to track it, then do a survival check.
Okay. I'm just kind of looking around to see if maybe some black ice have been here. Okay.
Oh, the
I'll,
proficiency.
So 17.
Yeah, you don't notice any black ice trails. Those are usually very easy to spot, as their very heavy body structure often leaves very deep prints. But you do see Clearly there's been other animal activity here fairly recently.
Okay.
Oh, Rosette, may I show you something?
Where?
When I was asked to do some scouting when I first arrived, they gave me this rod. I'd like to pull out my unmoving rod. I haven't yet to figure out what makes it work. I press the button on the end like this, see? I press the button and then let go of it, and it just stays in place.
Interesting. I mean, have you considered that it's just what it does? It could be all manner of things. You could use it to climb, support.
I understand its useful and its usefulness, but I do not know how it works. It just seems to do this.
Because I do an Arcana check. I don't think.
Sure.
I haven't, you see, because it's very hard to draw a map while you are using both of your arms to fly.
That is such a good use of it.
You would probably have seen one of these before. It is an immovable rod, and as he activates, it just stays in there.
Any idea like what makes it do that or anything?
No,
Like, is it? No, it's just literally.
you just know that
It does that.
that is the magical incantation.
Oh, it's not something that personally I can do. I know I can't help you anymore, any further.
I see. Thank you for your attempt, at least. And then I'll turn around and then quickly reach back and press the button on the end of it again and take it back. And I'll also pass out some of the tea that's been boiling.
I enjoy it.
It's a lovely tea.
It's quite quaint, really, isn't it? Should we just stay here?
I'd like to inspect the tea to see if there's anything in there. Anything out of like anything out of the ordinary.
I cannot stay here. My family is at home waiting.
What form are you
family?
currently in, Paddy?
Currently, I'm a human.
Okay.
Regular human.
What would that be?
It's tea out of nature. See.
Yeah.
Investigation? Question mark?
That's more like if you're looking for something, right? Isn't it? It's nature over there.
Yeah.
X plus 0. 12.
You see a little bit of the berry meat in it. Otherwise, he has made this before.
I sort of pretend like I'm sipping it away, and when they're not looking, I'm sort of pouring a bit out on the side.
Do I notice these? Not
Yeah,
drinking.
I wanted to ask that.
I have a passive perception of 17.
Fucking hell, you're a turtle for fuck's sake.
Like 600
I
year old
saw that.
on the other side of the planet. I suppose I have to do it like a sleight of hand.
I have 50.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, do a sleight of hand.
Yeah. No, luckily I have proficiency sleight of hand, so.
I've got 13.
Ah, okay. Well, that should do it.
Alright.
Okay, so I don't notice.
Hmm.
Do I notice the wet stain where he's paw?
You notice the plant screaming, "Ah, God!"
Hot.
Grass. Grass
Why,
like, tell him.
50,000 of us within 100 meters, and you choose us? What?
To be fair, I've got my eyes closed. I'm meditating, so you know. Chill now.
As it approaches like resting period, I like to fly up to the trees and then sort of initially go towards the magic tree and then sort of sway away from it after some second thought and go to the normal tree, just perched at the bough.
Okay.
I guess if people was like been with me before, they'd know that I have a tent for everybody, and I'll put up Liam's tiny hut.
I'm aware of this, but enclosed spaces.
Yeah. I was like, just waiting. Whoever usually sleeps in it can sleep in it.
Well, I'll take the first watch, then I'll join the hut.
Well, it's literally impenetrable for 8 hours.
Oh. Okay, fine.
You can take the first watch to do it. You can actually take it from inside the hut because you can see through it
Oh.
from inside.
Well, why don't you put it sort of like? Is it just like what is it? Is it like a semi? Like what is it? Like a sphere? Oh.
Yeah, it's a 20-foot circle.
You put it around things. Could you like put it like, say the tree's the center? Or can you put it against? Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but it's basically just like literally in 10 foot every direction from me when I cast a spell. A dome of force springs out from me.
Okay.
So like, it just encompasses everything within that radius.
Okay. Well, what I'd probably do, because you can spend like the rest time doing like downtime stuff, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd probably spend like the first hour by the tree and meditate, talk to Terra, and then I'd join.
Okay.
Ask for direction. That's probably what I'd do.
Okay. Roll a religion check.
Hello.
As you're meditating, you noticed very distinctly a lot of footsteps from the nearby army, but all of the footsteps you notice are all moving westwards.
All moving west.
Yes. And
Okay.
they're constantly shifting as if Terra is constantly picking out the ones actually moving west, just in their normal routine.
Oh, okay, I see. I understand. I'll just say thank you. Then I'll put my hand on the tree again, say my words again, bring it back to its staff form, and enter the hut.
Okay. And as you're taking a long rest, I'll go to the bathroom.
So,
I think we've been listening to a song for the last 2 hours.
I've been very tranquil.
Hmm.
I need to roll a 1d6 plus 4.
Maybe some shit's about to go down as we go back to the army.
It's so good not having to type out rolls, by the way. Hot dope.
I don't like that it always shows 2 rolls.
You don't like that it could have been.
Yeah.
Back up to 10 charges. Yes, I. So that's literally the reason I wanted this staff, to have a mobile tree. Don't care about any other features. Also, I've fit in 3 Yoda quotes so far, so
Nice.
I'm just waiting for fucking rapiers. Ezreal goes just suddenly turns into an NPC.
Don't worry, I've got them.
Yeah, just
I feel like at least mine have been subtle. He can't not laugh when he does it.
No, I'm really bad, but I'm trying to improve.
I'm
it's fucking hilarious.
Quickly grab a drink. Wait 1 second. I'm back. Oh, timing.
Okay. You all wake up to the sound of horns blowing, which you would know at this point is a sign for the army to wake and pack down their tents.
Well, that's easy. We're ready. How many
I'd like to
berries
start
did I give
picking
out?
some more leaves.
Okay.
How many berries did I give out there? How many others is there? 5.
Yeah.
I didn't accept one.
Oh, you didn't accept.
Magical things.
Oh, okay. So I've got 6 left, even though Shade disposed of his. Oh, I can prepare spells. Oh my god, I need to prepare spells.
Just have a default list that you go with unless you amend it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pick some more leaves and try and brew another batch of tea.
Okay. So, fairly quickly, do a survival check.
Oof.
Seems like you're struggling a little bit to get a fire going today.
I'll just look at the other people and just sort of drink the liquid as it is then.
I sort of look at him like, do you want me to help you start a fire?
How would you do that?
I'd
Quite proficient.
rub 2 sticks together, hope for the best.
I did that.
Never mind then. So,
I appreciate your offer for assistance, but I assure you I'm quite capable.
oh, we all have our days, you know. I walk towards the sound of the horn.
Okay.
Me too.
And as you're making your way back, you notice that the army is getting ready to move. And as you get back. Notice people are packing down their breakfast.
Okay. Can I walk up like to a group of guards and just ask them anything in the night? Any sounds? Anything out of the ordinary?
No, extremely very quiet compared to the last night with the dragon. But no, nothing happened.
Would you say it's too quiet?
Jesus.
No, no. Normally you can hear if the black guys are marching close to you.
Normal quiet, so okay.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Alright, yeah, that's all. I guess I will keep walking.
Yeah. Through the day, you notice another smallish settlement.
Sorry, what kind of settlement?
A medium-sized town.
Okay.
Without any kind of fortification, but you notice that even though most of the buildings are in ruins, the army just ends up moving around the buildings as to not disturb any remnants.
I'm glad we're avoiding these cities. I dislike them.
Do we know what city it is, or is it just random ruins?
Random ruins.
Cities are cities.
Should we go check them out?
Sorry, we saw. What did we say? I was still preparing spells.
You basically see that while walking along with the army, you see a city of ruined buildings, an unfortified city.
How big is the city? Is it as big as Osfith?
No. It would be It would be close-ish to the side of Lygon.
Okay. Is there any buildings? Like as in like, are they all like destroyed or?
As you can see, closer to the center of town, there's a couple of larger buildings that seems to be relatively untouched by the time.
Wonder if this city's been looked at, or are we just walking past it?
How far is it? Would we be able to go up to it and investigate it, and while still keeping in pace with the army?
Yeah.
Hey guys, I think we should go.
What do you hope to find there? It's no different to the other cities we see.
I don't know, maybe it's definitely more interesting than with these stiff army people.
Maybe we find gold. Maybe we find nothing. Maybe we find an army of black guys waiting to blast us.
None of these seem like preferable options.
Which way is the city from where we're standing? Is it?
Hey, don't worry, Birdman.
North?
It's gonna be fine.
But you would have noticed it when it was just west of you.
So are we? Look, it looks like we're heading to it anyway.
Yeah, that's why you have time to go explore, because you are basically joining the front of the army. So while the army is moving around, which will take a good hour at least.
I think we should have a look.
Yeah, let's go.
By these slow pods.
What say you, Rosette? Anything that could aid your whatever you're doing?
Oh, I'm muted. Unlucky.
Yes, no?
But unlikely.
Unlikely.
'Cause I'm not go-
Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay.
We're in old. Most parchment probably faded, useless now.
I have a feeling young Laserhawk here won't stop pestering us until we go, so
We could explore. No reason not to.
to keep
Hey,
you
guys.
quiet.
We can catch up.
Stick with me and you'll be fine.
Never know. Might find gems. Could do something with that.
Let's exercise some caution when we're in there. Now,
If you're insistent about going inside this area, would you like me to fly ahead and check?
I think that would be good. Meanwhile, us on ground, we can move a bit quieter. I can help with that.
Before you go, take this, and I hand him an earring.
Aren't you scared, Sammy?
What am I meant to do with this?
Just keep it in your ear. Tap it once, and I'll know you want to contact me. We can keep contact like this.
I sort of palm it and just say, I will not stick this in my ear.
Just keep
Can
it back.
can I tap it? You will still know that I wish to contact you.
Yes, you can tell us what you see from up there, or you can tell me, and I will relay the information.
I shall keep it with me, and I'll fly on.
Okay.
It's, by the way, my magic item that I have.
Yeah, but I don't know that.
No,
And it's magic, so
I just telling it sort of out of character to the group that is my item magic.
That's not magic, by the way, guys. Just saying. Okay. Well, we might as well move quietly. I can help with that, and I'll tap my staff twice. Cast Pass Without a Trace on us.
It's a strange way of being stealthy. Boom, boom. Now we are all stealthy.
I said tapped.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so we're all rolling a stealth check, I guess.
Yeah, you have plus 10.
Plus
Yeah.
10 now.
And Samuel, you can do a perception check.
Plus 10 and plus dex, or just plus 10?
Plus 10 plus stealth, whatever your
Stealth,
stealth
yeah.
is.
Which is your dex?
Yes.
18.
stellar rolls today, boys.
I'm 15 with a plus 10.
I wanna go first into the ruins.
So that's one of those things where you may as well try.
I'd like to change my form, by the way, to
Okay.
that of a halfling.
Okay. Right. As you move through the city, you're looking for anything in particular?
Any trace of the black ice?
Okay. Make a survival check.
Survival.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking out for anything that sticks out, so out of the.
Oh, damn.
Okay. You don't notice any tracks.
Okay.
Do I see anything out of the ordinary and like something that sticks out? The ruined scenery.
Make a perception check.
Yeah, can I as well, please?
Let's see. Perception.
Fuck's sake.
I'm kind of looking around as well, obviously.
26. Oh shit, I should have been fucking. Oh no, I can't because it's. Never mind.
I'll just sort of land on the highest rooftop I can see. Look around.
You don't really notice anything. It seems like just as you did like all the others you've seen before. Just this one hasn't been rebuilt yet.
I'll tap the earring and think there's nothing here.
Okay. He says there's nothing here from his vantage point up there.
I thought it, but
Oh, okay, sorry, I thought you said, okay, sorry about that.
Cool.
just taps the earring and nothing.
I sort of tap it back, what? And you hear me, are you holding it up against your ear?
You can
Just
hear,
holding it in my hand.
Okay, so you actually don't hear me, great.
You can hear Samuel breathing into the mic.
What?
Nice, move away the mic so you can breathe. That's a me.
Well, I guess I should have been clearer in how to use this.
What did Samuel say?
I don't think he quite grasps how this device works.
Just for the record, I have 8 intelligence.
Okay. I assume if he's not shouting, then we're fine. And I want to start like trying to loot, see if I can find anything valuable or any interesting artifacts.
Okay, you notice as you're moving further into the city, you notice some houses that are more well kept than the others.
Okay.
What's the sort of condition of the house I'm on?
The what's it called? The rafters seems to be in decent-ish conditions, which is why you landed on it. But the roof itself has caved in.
Do I say anything on the inside of the building?
Some half-broken furniture.
Can I approach that nicer-looking building with my 27 stealth, so very carefully?
Mm-hmm.
I want to go with fuck.
Shade.
Shade. How could I forget that?
Yeah, the only name you mispronounce. Fuck it, I'm just gonna be Bob soon as well.
No. Shade is good.
Okay.
It's not even shade.
Alright, do you go into the building?
No, just like just outskirts of it, see if I can peer into a window, see anything.
Do you have dark vision?
I don't actually know if I.
I
have
do,
dark vision
I do.
If, as a not Charlotte, sorry, as a.
Halflings don't, if that helps.
I don't get the I don't get the perks of whatever I turn into.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not like divinity.
So you're a halfling just because.
Yeah, figured I small blend in more with the scenery.
Okay.
Doesn't say anything about dark vision, so guess not.
No, I don't think I have dark vision. No.
Okay.
I've got it, so if I can peek as well.
Yeah.
I assume if I don't see anything, I would maybe try to cast dancing lights,
Sure.
sort of, and send them in sort of.
Or you could just ask me to look.
If I got there first, didn't I?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. As you cast dancing light, John Max, you see that there's generally some furniture still in the house, and you see a fireplace.
Can I see these lights from where I am?
Yeah, you see the lights go off in the building.
Can I see the party? Give them a level stealth.
Given your last perception check, no.
I'd like to start tapping the earring repeatedly.
And, I hear this very loudly in my ear, and I sort of I I dismiss the lights. Pretty much, yeah. I heed it as a warning and then tap the lights away.
I'll stop once they're gone.
Fuck, I'm about to give the bird the bird.
Was the fire lit by then?
The fireplace, no. I'm assuming not, otherwise I would have
No, this is.
not needed dark vision.
Oh yeah.
I'll move around to a different part of the roof in an effort not to look at where the lights were.
But the brief moment I saw, did it look like it had been the place has been used?
Well, it looks like that has once had lived people there.
Okay, like but no sign of like recent use.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna approach a different building. What's the largest building?
Well, that would probably be the one that they are currently inspecting.
Oh, okay, well I'll probably approach that.
I want to go in.
Has it got like is it like a? It's got a door, or is it like open?
It has a. No, the door has faded away. Like hinges still sitting in the at the side of the
The
opening.
frame.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just this big opening. I think I'm just gonna walk in.
I'm still by the side of the door, by the way, just by the window, keeping an eye on.
I'm following behind. Arlo.
Can I just? Can I just shout? Hello?
See?
Anybody in here?
You hear the sound echo to the house.
No response.
No, not immediately.
I'd be like, well, let's have a look. Is there any other rooms, or is it?
Yeah. You walk in and you are in a fairly large room, which has some more frames, which seem to lead into smaller rooms.
Interesting.
I'm gonna guidance myself, and I'm gonna like try to listen beyond doors before I open them.
Okay, do a perception check.
Guidance on top of that.
Yeah.
Can I walk around the house? Can I walk around the backside and see if it like if I can see the house like a basement of some sort or any other door
29.
leading into it?
I want to investigate if there's anything magical in the house.
Okay. Although you, as you stop up to listen, you hear from below
Like a below, or breathing.
a breathing, or at least something that almost sounds like the wind, but you wouldn't expect wind to be below.
Did I hear just like one sort of pulsing breath type thing?
Can't really distinguish if it's just one.
Okay. I'll turn round to Max.
Hey, I think there's nothing here, Arlo.
Oh. I think there's something here.
Oh, you do?
I can hear breathing
Where?
beyond. I'm whispering this, by the way.
Hmm.
He might not be.
What?
What?
Beyond this door.
How about we go check it out then? Is it like a sinister breathing, or does
Sounds
it
like
sound friendly?
It sounds like they're hiding. So.
Okay. Okay.
I'll. I mean, you can see.
I can, yeah.
I'm gonna light a torch, and I'll head through the door.
Sure. I'll just draw my bow
Okay.
and see if I can
What were you doing?
back you up.
What were you doing, Shade?
I just want to walk behind the house and see if I can see any signs of some sort of basement or like any other way. You know, like how some houses have like a little
Yeah.
separate entrance where you can go down to the basement.
Yeah, you find what you're looking for.
While this is going on, I'd like to start inspecting the earring. Looking at it closely and rolling it around in my fingers and stuff.
Okay, do a camera check.
I can hear like annoying sound in the room.
Did you just take it out?
It's a very strange thing. It seems like it's a bit heavier than what you would expect. But that's about it.
Very strange.
But you find an outside cellar door.
Okay. I would like to like quietly walk up to it and just sort of investigate it, see if I can see anything between the cracks or any signs of recent use or anything with it.
Okay, do an investigation check.
As I'm entering this door, by the way, I'm going to be shouting, "Hello, I've come to help."
17 by the way for me.
Okay. Doesn't seem like it's been opened in any recent time. It's very not dust, but it's clear that opening this door will most likely make it fall apart.
Do I see any like, are there cracks in there? Can I see anything from that?
It's completely dark on the other side.
Okay. Okay. I walk back around into the window and look inside. I suppose where I would see Max and Arlo.
Yeah. Arlo, you open the door and you see a stairway going down.
Okay. I'm going to be like, I'm going to be shouting down to it. "Hello, I'm here to help." I'll be heading down.
Okay.
I'm definitely following Arlo. With my by now my bow has appeared.
Okay.
I have my shield out, and I have I do have my shield out, by the way.
Can I hear Arlo from where I am?
Probably, yeah.
I'd
Give
like
me
to start
shouting.
looking very confused at the earring.
Well, you could hear the sound not coming from the earring.
Yes, I'd still like to be looking at the earring.
Okay. Okay. Shortly after you shouting down, you see a slight flicker in the darkness.
Like a light,
No. Yes.
like movement.
Yes.
It's a shadow.
Maybe it's Shade.
Shady
kinda-
character.
Shade, yeah.
Throwing shade.
Hang on. What did I prepare today?
Throw good berries at it.
That's a good idea. I am going to take out one of the good berries I had yesterday, the last 24 hours, and I'm going to roll it down, sort of like the hallway or wherever I'm in, and say, I bring food, I bring comfort.
Okay. Do you have? I'm guessing you're holding a torch.
Yeah, I suppose I would. I'll turn back to Max and say, can you hold this a moment?
I take it.
And I'll roll it down.
I can't shoot my bow though.
And then as soon as I roll it, I'll take it back.
Okay. You basically see as soon as it reaches the end of the stairs, you see a dark figure just float over the barrier and take it away.
What kind of figure? Like a creepy one or
Float over.
Yes.
float over?
Okay. I'm gonna cast Detect Magic. Am I gonna do that? Hang on.
That's a ritual spell, right? For 10
Yeah,
minutes.
you can ritual it, or you can cast it normally.
Oh,
What do you think it is, Arlo?
I'm not sure.
Do I, from looking through the window, do I, by the way, see that they are, like, do I see them or do I see that they're not there anymore?
You don't see them through the same window anymore. But you can hear him shouting from within the house.
So does the darkness stretch beyond what my torch can, which is 30 feet?
Yes, and well, you see the bottom of the stairs, and then a little bit of the ground down below.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Dark Vision on myself,
Okay.
and I'm gonna just throw the torch. 60 feet on Dark Vision.
I, by the
Oh,
way,
a new map.
I by the way enter the house with them behind, sort of sneaking but quietly looking for them.
Yeah.
By the way, before I go out, I've signaled to what's it called, Samuel, sort of waving like to him to come.
I see.
Where's that? Rosette. I keep calling it Uz. I want to call it Uzaman. I don't know why.
Or
Rosette. Rosette.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to know where you were.
Just. I was just with you guys.
Oh.
Yeah, right. I'm not with Shade.
Oh, okay, so you're with us too.
Yeah.
Got it.
Do I see Shite trying to signal me?
shite, really. The name is just a fucking joke.
No, it's good.
We're,
It's good.
we're just trying not to get attached to this character, like we did the last time.
Yeah.
If you're looking at the house at some point, then you probably would.
Do you want me to roll perception?
Sure. No, you do not.
That's a solid no.
Alright. Well, no XP
We
for you.
tried.
Alright. I try to wave, I suppose, him to get down here. I even whisper in the earring, like, get down here, now. Because I realize something is up.
Mm.
And then I start walking in the house quietly, trying to... I put the dancing lights out because I'm guessing it's totally dark in here as well, so I put them out again. Trying
Okay.
to sort of find where my group went.
Oh.
Should we head down, Arlo? Check what it really is?
I'll wait to see what we've seen yet.
I don't hear you, by the way.
Yeah, I figured you're still perplexed by this mystical device, I imagine.
Okay, so yeah, you will be coming down from the stairs around here.
Okay, is this... My guy doesn't seem to be the right scale.
I mean, I know I'm not in the encounter, but can I see the map anyway?
Oh yeah. Sorry. No,
So
only
six,
moved
so-
down. Only
Is this
moved
a
down.
10-foot corridor or a 5-foot?
This would be a 5-foot corridor.
Only one person can... I can't make my guy any bigger.
No, it's fine.
Okay, so we're coming down from there-ish.
Just reusing a map. Okay. This is basically what anyone with dark vision can see.
There is a torch thrown somewhere, I suppose. Somewhere around here.
I just want to see what my token looks like.
Where did I see the shade thing? Wherever it was.
Which way are we coming from?
Come up here.
Okay. I'm
Um,
just right behind Arlo.
The torch will be around here, let's say.
Okay, so I saw the spectre sort of thing from over here.
Yeah.
Can I, by the way, tell where the group, like where Arlo and Max went?
Yeah, you would have heard where they were in the house.
Okay, I'd like
I was
sort
like
of
the only open door as well, isn't it?
figured it. I'll just like quietly sort of walk behind them, or continue where they're going.
Okay.
Staying a bit behind them, but not, but still in that direction, sort of stalking them.
I'm gonna, before we go ahead as well, I'm gonna turn round to Urazet and say, do you need help seeing, friend? Seeing in the dark?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I do.
I'll give you a tap and give you dark vision as well.
That's convenient.
Thanks, friend.
Isn't that like level 1 spell?
It's a second level spell, so it's not super cheap, but
Yeah, I was about to say that.
it's definitely worth it. It's not concentration either, it's just for 8
Is it?
hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's 8 hours or something.
Yeah, it is.
So we're in complete dark and we all have dark vision. That's nice.
Us 3.
I think
I
dark
don't,
vision.
I don't want to spend 3 spells every time we have to go down dark.
if it is completely dark, by the way, I think dark vision doesn't give you perfect vision. It gives you like
60 foot.
Normal vision.
60 foot, it gives you a 60 foot in black and white, I think.
I mean, the
Yeah.
door's open.
But
Open
if
partial light.
if it is and there's a torch on the ground, if it is completely dark, like no light source whatsoever, then
Yeah.
even dark vision won't allow you to see.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I think it makes it better, but not.
Yeah.
Like not like you have perfect vision in the dark.
Yeah, you probably have limited vision.
But as you have thrown a torch, then you would be able to see pretty decently with dark vision here.
I'm just using my dancing lights right now to keep the vision.
I'm gonna say, let's go. And I suppose I saw him in front of me, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have another good berry in hand.
Actually, that is too late now. Doesn't matter. I don't want to necessarily use that all the time anyway.
Okay. I'm gonna have another
I
good
can-
berry in hand, though.
Go on.
And I'm gonna throw it to hopefully land near this corridor-ish.
Okay.
Improvised weapon.
I'm just trying to hit him.
Very quick.
I loved myself some good berries.
Holy shit!
That's quite big.
I didn't realize it also saved the proportions when I saved that thing.
I would like to cast fireball.
Big icon for big brain.
just gonna replace that for future.
Have you suddenly gathered you need to be here, Samuel?
That was like when I accidentally revealed Santa.
Yeah. I've totally got flashbacks from that.
Oh, in your one shot, I mean.
Yeah, that was so good.
And we were just like,
Funny.
are you fucking serious?
yeah.
Right. Nothing seems to reach for the berry.
I mean, what's this fucking thing in
What the
front of me?
fuck is that then?
Oh, is that Paddy?
Yes, that's better.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Because he's not a halfling, that's what it is.
Holy shit, it's shade.
I suppose I'll head forward. You know, I get to hear.
I'm just right behind
Yeah.
Arlo, or right beside Arlo.
Is that a turtle?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like some sort of gremlin. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Really small. Yeah.
It should be a bit larger. I think.
Yeah, I can't do anything with it. I'll sort it out next time.
Yeah.
Do I see anything into that corridor? Fucking shit, it jumps about like a fucking crazy man.
1 second.
Oh, it's a big room.
I'll pick up the berry and I'll throw it into the room.
Okay.
At this point, I'd probably have grown bored of waiting and decided to fly back to where the party initially was.
I want to get ready to throw a 100 mark on anything that I see.
Okay.
Those bloody shadows.
As you throw the berry, you see something moving very quickly towards. You basically how can I target these? No. You see quickly the two nearest of these shadowy creatures move towards the berry. Okay.
I'm gonna shout out in Undercommon, because I speak that.
I can understand that.
Hello.
I say hello.
I feel like I don't know why, but when I think of Undercommon, I think like Lakai or stuff like that. We're speaking like Jewish.
As soon as I see the shade, I want to throw a 100 mark on it.
Okay, go ahead. Which one?
The one that's right in front of me, like, this one, yeah.
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 Okay.
They
You know
don't
what the
read
100
that,
mark
right?
looks like? For me?
Is it like Ezreal's W?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I have no idea what that looks like.
It's like a gold circle that is around the shade.
No, I want it to be like the old, like what I assume Bal made.
Yeah.
Just then. Old hunter's mark, the big fucking arrow.
No, not that one.
Did I respond?
I'm just trying to figure out which one. There we go. Hunter's mark.
Nice.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. They very quickly charge to float towards you. And
Okay.
roll initiative.
Nice. Sweet.
Because I stayed a bit behind, do I also have to roll initiative? Do you also want
Nice. 22.
Oh, I think if you highlight your character and then roll
Yeah.
initiative.
When you press the button, it puts you on automatically. You have to have a character chosen.
Yeah, I didn't have that.
Yeah.
Whatever. You have to add me, Ash. I will remember for future though.
I think you have to add me too.
Wait, how do I add myself?
So have
Have you
rolled
rolled
already?
yet?
He's already rolled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so I have to add myself then roll.
Well, no. What you do in future is you would highlight your character and then press initiative,
Oh, okay.
and it adds you
And it-
automatically.
Right.
Shit.
It's really handy having it actually there, though. It's quicker. Just don't choose a class that you have to prepare spells for.
Oh yes, good. I'm not putting my spells on that.
Oh,
I
actually, no,
mean-
you should see mine.
Like I'm sending. Like if for any reason I'm not here, I'll send Ash my character sheet and then he can look at the spells on that.
Did the initiative disappear for anyone else?
Oh, did
It just.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
okay. Didn't know that it actually disappeared, and I closed it for you guys. Okay. Okay. So
I can't rotate my token because this little shit thing blocking the.
oh, right. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, like I literally can't because I clicked the other thing in the status bar instead. That would be rude to be like fighting with my back towards everyone.
1 second, I think
Yeah, look at this.
gotta fix.
Yeah, there we go.
To zoom out.
No, I'll never ever turn it that way.
Fake.
No,
I literally.
just turned it to being part of the map so I could interact with it without pop-ups.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So Max, you see these shadow creatures floating towards you.
Still can't. Have you got the initiative count?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
So Max, what are you doing?
Okay. So as I see them coming towards me, I'm gonna like point my arcane bow into the air, and you can see kind of like a banana appearing above my head. Like, yeah, I'm gonna use my sharpshooter to shoot the one that has hunter's mark.
Okay, go for it.
Okay,
Yes,
that's
wishes true.
okay. So I'm gonna use as my bonus action. I'm gonna use lock on, which lets me re-roll.
Okay.
Or I could have just used the other. Okay, whatever.
Okay.
16.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So it's. I'm also gonna apply a chain shot to my regular force shot. So
Okay.
It's gonna... So the damage like this.
What?
And the any shades in 10 feet is gonna have to make a dexterity save.
Was this double scale?
No,
That's not even a
this is 2 scale. What is it? Dexterity saving throw?
Yeah, need to pass 13. Otherwise, they take. Wait, let me see. I'm gonna.
Okay, it makes it 17.
Okay, so nothing happens really. Wait, all of the. It's just one thing in the range, right? 10 feet.
Yeah, unless it's
Yeah, okay.
also the one you hit.
So I just hit the one for 40 damage, and then I go on with an extra attack.
Okay. Basically, the one you hit, the arrow basically passes through, and you see like a pulse of arcane energy, and the shadow just disperses instantly.
It was like a big banana that sweep through it. It's like
Okay.
Israel, you know. Israel. Okay, so extra attack on the other guy. Can I do that? I think I can.
Sure, yeah.
So sharpshooter again.
Hmm?
18.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's not gonna be as much damage.
This doesn't have Hunter's Mark, does it?
No.
Because I didn't have my bonus action. It's just this.
Just 21 damage.
Just 21.
Yeah.
Fairly low roll. To be fair, when he
61
crits,
damage.
he probably his damage doesn't change that much.
Sharpshooter is just pure
Yeah.
3 damage.
See. Okay. It Darrow passes through the shadow, but it reels back, but it's still there.
That's it.
Who was it?
Turtle boy.
No.
No.
Who
No,
was
no,
it?
no, Turtle boy. Sorry.
Okay.
Quite
Yeah.
shade.
Not much point wasting something on this. I'm just gonna target. Well, but I was gonna say, call out. Well, actually, I'll move down here first, and then I can actually see anything. I'll do it after. I'll target the one that Max just hit with Firebolt. Firebolt is a spell that I should have in here because I could just click on it.
You say fireball?
Firebolt.
Oh, thank fuck.
Yeah, not wasting the fact that was spell.
I was more worried about our party, man.
Yeah, that hits.
Happy hoo-ha.
Nice.
Okay.
That's like the lowest.
It hits, and then it just kind of like sizzles on it.
61 points of damage. 3.
Fire does half damage to you guys as well. I think.
I won't have vulnerable to fire.
I have divine or radiant or whatever it's
Oh,
called.
radiant, that's it, yeah.
It's assuming they're the same things as the things that we all know that they actually are.
Yeah, I was gonna sort of like as a free action talk because I would assume, based on my research into that kind of plane, that I would have a knowledge of them. And basically, just shades, vile creatures. Don't let them get close.
Yeah.
Working on it.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Hmm.
No.
Alof.
Okay. As a bonus action, I'll use Shillelagh. It just makes a weapon based off wisdom, basically. Does D8. You're gonna hate me.
Wild magic!
No. I am going to cast this spell.
Jesus.
Conjure
wept.
animal.
Oh, right.
Give us the cliff notes.
You summon faithful that take the form of blah blah blah.
The DM gets to choose.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 8 challenge rating quarter, and you can choose the thing.
Monster.
What? What, challenge rating 8?
No, 8,
8 challenge ratings per quarter.
Rating 8.
He's
Yeah,
summoning
what?
squirrels, basically.
Let's see. B.
I'd quite like wolves.
Fucking beholder.
That'd be nice.
And animals D&D 5e.
This is gonna be a pain.
Hang on. Link dog, boars, bullywugs, not strict as snakes.
Okay, you see how many?
8.
8 cats appear in front of you.
Cat! They're not quarter. They're 0.
A tiny beast, a cat is 1 out of 8.
That's 8th then. I'm quarter.
16 cats.
Oh, quarters.
Quarter, yeah.
Okay.
Cats, fucking hell.
Okay, you.
Things like wolves, panther, elk.
You see 8 giant frogs appear in front of you.
Oh, I'll get up giant frog stuff. Oh, I could swallow them. Excellent. Should I just draw 8 frogs?
Let's see. Frog. I actually have some of those.
Oh, you have frogs. Fantastic.
Like the cheap way of doing it, like to not make this ridiculous, is to have all on one square and all just have the same action. Because otherwise,
That's not the same though. That's significantly
Just
weaker.
surround them with frogs.
yeah, it is weak, but like literally having 8 turns to take is like.
You take them all on the same time.
Yeah. There you go. 8 frogs.
As a group, so they have their own initiate as a group.
Yes.
So if you just want to take one of them, should I roll them? I think they only have. I don't think they have any decks.
They have
Roll 8 times.
plus 1 dex.
Plus on decks. Sorry, Ash. Oh, they're the same as me. That makes it easy.
Yeah, Justin, your turn. Then.
Just make sure that verbal commands, no action required. And I'm just gonna say, protect us, frogs. Did they say they go now?
Yeah.
Okay, so they are going to. Hang on. So they're all right. Okay, so I can't move them, but those 3 at the top are going to go towards the one furthest away. Yeah, surround him. And these 4 are going to all attack the first one.
Okay.
I'll start with the top 3. Same rolls. So plus 3. So 3 against the top one. So 1 hits, I assume?
Yes.
Okay. Does 1d6 plus 1. 1d6. So it does 6 damage.
Do frogs count as magical weapons?
No, they would if I was a shepherd druid. The target is grappled. So, on its turn, it can escape with a DC 11. I think it's just Dex. Or Athletics. Until the grapple ends, the target is restrained and the frog can't bite another target. So the middle one...
It seems like this frog can't actually get a hold of it.
Just do the damage though.
Yeah, still did the damage.
Okay, that's fine. That's annoying. Okay, and these 4...
5.
2... Oh yeah. 3... 4... 5. So I think
Oh
one...
my god.
I think 1 hits, right?
2 hits. Yeah.
So 2 damage, 7 damage.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
I create a wall.
Okay. It is just gonna attack the frog in front of it.
Which one?
The down wall is gonna attack this one.
AC 11.
That was a natural 20, so
Froggy gonna die.
that is 8 points of necrotic damage.
8.
18.
8. No, that's its health. So
Okay.
1 is dead.
Okay.
Oh no! Does it have to make death saves?
No, it just evaporates.
Okay. And the next one is just gonna also attack the one in front of it, which is 7, so that presumably doesn't hit.
Yeah, AC 11.
Okay.
As a reaction, I'm gonna. The one closest to me takes 3 poison damage. That's my reaction burn, though. It's no save or anything.
3 poison damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay, good to know.
Okay. Shade. Yep.
Alright. I will peek around from the corner and.
Okay. You see it all.
Shoot.
You see a shit ton of frogs have appeared.
Alright. I mean, assuming I know what kind of shit this druid usually does, I'm not too surprised over it. I would like to cast a Chaos Bolt on
Ooh.
this guy.
It's a cool spell.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm just gonna check out how it works exactly, so I don't.
You're gonna.
It's a normal attack roll, and then you. I think
Yeah,
you roll
it's
for the
pretty
damage
much.
type.
Something like that,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think you roll. It's like 2d6 and a d8 or something. I think the d8 determines the type of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2d8 plus 1d6 damage.
And
Yeah.
if you
Oh,
roll,
it's d6.
yeah, and if you roll twice the highest, then it splits to another one. If I remember correctly.
Something like that. I remember you wanting it for your gambling, sorcerer.
Yeah.
So 24 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
It's necrotic damage.
And then what is it? 1d. I do 1d8 right for the damage type.
Well, the damage type. Go. I don't
Hey, look at that.
Nice.
If you roll the same number on both d8s, the chaotic energy leaps from the target to a different creature of your choice within 30 feet of it. So roll another 8 now. Oh.
So you've done 13 damage. Then there's a d6 as well, isn't it?
Yes.
Right.
On a hit, the target takes 2d8 plus 1d6 damage. Choose one of the d8.
Yeah.
The number rolled on that die determines the attack damage type as shown below. So you can actually choose between the two d8 you've rolled and which type
So
it is.
either do thunder damage or lightning damage. What the fuck is the difference?
Thunder's like
loud.
a sound wave, and lightning's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
electric.
Let's go for lightning. And then so what? 13 plus 17 points of lightning damage.
Okay, which one were you going for?
The one closest to us, this guy.
Okay. Yeah, it is just disintegrated. Okay,
Yep.
Max, back up.
Okay. So it's one shade left,
Yes.
right? Okay. So first of all, Max will say.
No, we won't.
Time to show him who's best. Spoiler, it's me. And I'm gonna fuck so bad. I'm gonna sharpshoot the shade.
Yeah.
With I'm gonna use one of my arcane pull points and do an entanglement shot.
Okay. Go for it. That just hits.
Okay. And forgot the hunter's mark, but whatever. It's 34 damage.
Okay. And it just vanishes as well.
Okay, cool.
For now, we dropped combat.
Yes.
Or is there anything else? Okay.
You and the frogs just look around.
I say to my frogs, search the area. My amphibious friends.
Bravo.
I just
Bravo.
Oh,
spread
it's
out,
like, let me-
spread out and look for clues.
You see them jump into the darkness, and did you give yourself dark vision?
I have dark vision.
Okay.
The frogs probably don't.
Don't.
Oh,
So-
they do. They have 30 feet dark vision.
Oh yeah, they do. So they just jump around the area.
Now move into the center of the room and let the frogs spread out.
Can I investigate for magical artifacts?
Sure.
Specifically
Yeah.
magical artifacts.
Are there any remnants of the creatures?
No.
What is like the ground? Is it the soil or is it anything?
It seems to be mixture of dirt and cobblestone.
Okay. Do I notice anything different about the sort of the dirt or the material of anything like this?
Roll investigation. Max, you don't find anything of note.
2. Tell me everything.
Seems like normal dirt.
You find a headache.
Ash, would I know if one of my frogs has been attacked even if I don't have vision?
Is it a concentration spell?
Yes.
Yes, then I would say so.
Okay, well I'm going to send my frogs off to explore as we regroup. Just keep the party informed. They're all going to spread out and explore different places.
At this point, have I arrived back to where I left off from?
Yes.
The frogs disappear.
Upon finding the area entry, I'd like to start tapping on the ring and speaking into it. I do not know where you are.
We went inside the house. Come here.
I don't
What the
hear
hell are you
it.
doing? Oh, you don't hear it, yeah. I'm just hoping for the best at this point.
For future, by the way, Ash, I'll look up what creatures I can do,
Yes.
and
Thank
I'll
you.
find an icon.
Thank you.
I just thought it'd be funny to let that one just flat out.
Wasn't as bad as I expected.
It's actually better if I can. I think it's always better to summon more though, rather than one better thing.
Especially against unintelligent creatures like these.
Also, it just sort of breaks the action economy of the game because you get an extra 8 actions, even if they're shitty actions.
18 health shields. That's alright.
Hmm.
These things are actually cool. Though. They can swallow things. They can swallow Paddy because he's small.
Does that mean you're going to be summoning 8 frogs more often?
Well, I just summoned 8 fair creatures. I don't know what the hell they're gonna be.
Do we have a clue why these shadows were here?
I'm gonna sit down and try and listen as best I can. for any movement outside of the slaps of frogs.
Do perception.
Perception.
Is that for all of us or just Adol?
Just Otto.
Okay.
You don't really hear anything outside of the frogs and the army moving.
I'd like to head back up again, by the way, with my dancing lights.
Okay.
And just check out the area, because I didn't really give him time to investigate. See if I can find any clues or anything of value.
Yeah, heading up to the top floor or outside.
Just the top floor, where we came from.
I'll just say to Max, explore as you wish. The frogs will lead the way.
I don't need a map.
I wanna follow Frog then.
I will trail. I will trail him.
Okay. Which frog are you following?
I don't know, which one do I see?
You saw where they all went.
Yeah.
The first one that I see.
The basement's empty.
Yeah, I'm just
I
gonna
just see a dead frog. Like, what? Okay. Oh, there's one. Okay, there's one.
That's the near the exit.
Okay. You see a frog that's just jumping around here, this area. Rubber. Rubber. Rubber.
We do this for the next hour.
Okay. Right. Shade, you get upstairs. And did you go outside?
No, I just want to stay on the entrance floor and basically investigate.
Okay. So
It's walls.
yes, that's walls.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if the blackness was like further.
No, this is everything there is.
Got it.
Want me to do an investigation? Or?
So what?
Do you want me to do an investigation? Because I'm searching for it.
Oh, the
Anything
overflow.
outdoors.
Yes. Sure.
Yeah, I was looking and just look for. I want to be looking for bookcases or something, anything.
It's currently stuck on rolling the dice. Okay.
I want to turn around and ask Arlo. Do you have any idea why these shades were here? I mean, not Shade, but the shades.
Oh, the specters.
Oh yeah, whatever.
I don't know. The dark side always speaks to us.
Okay, interesting.
Okay. You find nothing.
Oh, there. Okay, cool.
I suppose I'll move to where the specters were while he's still chasing frogs. When I ritual cast, we'll drop it anyway. So I'm going to start ritual casting detect magic for the next 10 minutes.
I want to just go back up, chill out.
Yeah. Let's see.
So I'll ritual cast it for 10 minutes, and it's within 30 feet. But I would do like a circle to try and cover the area.
Okay. You sense and the frogs were concentration as well.
Yeah, so they would dissipate once I start concentrating on detect magic. Yeah.
Okay. Then you just get the usual vibe that you have seen before from your other party members. Well, there are
Okay,
some of their items at least.
Okay, nothing else.
No.
Okay, then I would join the rest of them. I love druids.
Okay. You said that you want to investigate as well.
Who's that?
Uruzet.
Yes.
Or is it?
Okay. Go to investigation then.
I was trying to figure out how to do this on the sheet, but I can't.
Okay.
That's 2.
You find some old bookcases, but as soon as you draw a book from it and open it up, the pages just crumple in your hand.
As expected. Useless.
Is he in the basement? In the basement still?
No, I had
That'll be on the ground floor.
Do I see this?
Probably.
I was.
Yeah.
Hold on. Can I try something? And I would like to try casting mending on the book.
Just make sure. You cast mending on the book and the pages doesn't reform, but the backside of the book reseals. So you're basically standing with a cover of a book.
You know, in case you want to write a book. I leave him.
Thanks. Your effort is welcome. But your
Actions.
skill, your skill is lacking.
You win some, you lose some. And I walk outside the door, or outside the house.
Do I see this strange halfling?
As you would probably be peering in that direction now. Yeah.
I'd look alarmed and back off.
But you saw me turn into halfling.
No, I didn't.
You didn't? Okay.
What a good party to be scared of magic of, by the way.
Not scared, just wary.
He does also have intelligence of 8, or yes, I mean.
Bird brained.
I suppose nothing would elude you, yeah, obviously. Are we calling a session there?
Yeah, that'll be it for now.
Alright, cool.
Nice.
Good session, Zero.
Yeah.
So Rapier kills everything.